So I mostly want to make this video for me to say that today, May 5th, 2020, marks 1 year since I took my Shahada, which means I've been a Muslim now for a whole year. My life has revolved around getting closer to God this last year, and alhamdulillah, it's made a huge difference in how I see life and how I feel about everybody. And it makes me really emotional to talk about, because I couldn't imagine my life without this type of perspective. And I just feel so grateful for everybody that I've met. And just not feeling like I'll ever be alone, because I have this relationship with God now. So. If you know me, you know I don't like to cry.
My conversion story to Islam, part 1. So I converted to Islam 10 years ago on June 16th, 2010 at the age of 15. I come from a Christian background. I was raised by a Christian family, and all my life I went to Catholic schools. I was a very bad kid. I was very lost, got into some trouble, drinking, smoking, all that gangster jahiliyyah stuff. So when I was in grade 10, I was in a relationship. Don't judge me, you know what I'm saying? I was a Muslim. I was in a relationship with a Muslim girl, and she was Arab. My conversion story to Islam, part 2. So as I told you guys, I was in a relationship with an Arab girl in high school at the age of 15. And most high school relationships, some high school sweethearts, talk about the future, wanted to have kids, marriage. So my ass caught feelings around 4 months in the relationship, and I told her that I wanted to marry her. And she said, you can't. I asked her why. She said, because you're not part of my religion. So you know what? I asked her, tell me about your religion. And this is the first time in my life that I was ever exposed to the topic about Islam. And she told me everything she knew about Islam, mashallah. We talked about the 5 pillars. We talked about how Muslims aren't terrorists. We talked about Jesus Christ alayhi salam. And this topic really intrigued me because I was born and raised as a Catholic all my life, believing that Jesus alayhi salam was God. So when I found out in Islam that he's only a prophet, I was like, hold up. And then we started debating, and she started saying things like, well, if Jesus is God, how can he pray to Allah, which is said in the Bible? If Jesus is God, why does he say that the Father is greater than I?
So a lot of you are asking for my story on why I converted to Islam. Please, no negative comments, and if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all, and please be respectful. Neither of my parents really taught me right from wrong. They both struggled with addiction issues, and my grandma raised me for the early beginning of my life. She celebrates Christmas, and that's pretty much all I really knew about religion until I turned 14. My sister took me to a church, and it was a terrible experience. Every question I had wasn't really answered, and if I had a question that you were really kind of supposed to know the answer to, people just stared at me, and I'm running out of time, so like for part 2.